Hi, love.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. I think it might be just those two today.
Who?
I think it might be just me and you.
Oh, really? Where's
Yeah.
Steve?
And I don't know, actually. He could come in. He should be coming in. Dolly's just texting she's got a headache.
Oh, bless her.
I had a few on the other night, but not as many because the weather was so nice.
Yeah, I mean, I did think that. That's the reason I didn't go.
Oh, here it is.
I mean, it was so hot. My sister went, didn't she?
Yeah, she did, bless her. And my mum was on as well. Hi, Steve.
Yeah.
My mum was on as well, and she got to meet my mum. And we were like chatting online, and we're just going to be doing the same Kriya, which is it's a really slow one. It's really
Nice.
It's nice and meditative as well. So
That was just a ticket.
I did an 11-mile walk today, there and back.
Wow.
It's been I'll tell you this quickly because it's just us three, so no one else has got to listen. But I could finally get some hair colour from a shop when I start doing hair colour. But I mean, it literally was about 2 tints that I could have bought on Amazon. But I was like, no, the shop's open. You know, when you convince yourself you should do something because you just, I don't know. I walked 11 miles today with my really sore ankle. My cankle is so big now and it's so painful. So to hear that we've got something meditative is like, yes.
Oh, bless you. Well, I am recording this session for Faye as well because she wants to do it. So.
Oh God, sorry, I'm rabbling on.
Oh, honestly, it's only us. I can always cut it out anyway, but I'll keep it in for
Yeah, for Faye.
But yeah, it's a really nice one. It's all about, like, we're on the third eye. We've been doing this 6 weeks, if not longer now, because we're working on the third eye chakra, which is our our sixth chakra that we're working up with. So, and I'm sure I did a couple of weeks before I went into this as well. So I think we're on about 8 weeks now. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you for showing up. Well, you're showing up for yourselves. And so yeah, this one's called the Heart of Gold, right? And it says here, I'm going to read it because it says, before this practice, I want you to place a situation that you would like to see from a different, higher, non-conflicted perspective. Oh, hi. Hi, Emma. How are you? Hi.
Hi.
Hi, you're right. I was just
Yeah.
explaining.
Sorry,
About-
I'm on a new phone, so it wasn't quite working.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to ask you all to, well, I'll meet you all in a second anyway, but I'm just explaining the Kriya that we're going to do today. It's very meditative. We're going to be sitting down a lot, so in easy pose. So if you like me, need something kind of to sit on something, because my hips are a little bit tight, or sit in a chair, you can do that as well. And I was just explaining before, I want you to put something like a place, place a situation that you'd like to see from a different, higher, non-conflicting perspective. So, is there something on? If there's something on your mind, or you want to see it from a different point of view, then this Kriya will really help you to kind of see that from a different angle. It's called the Heart of Gold. There's I'll probably get you to visualize a lot of gold throughout. Like I said, we're sitting down throughout. Nice. Is everyone going to be playing the playlist from their end as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
It's
I haven't got it. It's fine.
Pardon?
I haven't got it.
Right. You're all right with that music? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay. It's all right, because there's going to be quite a long meditation, so just make sure you kind of come back to the breath a lot. And it's better to meditate without anything as well, so it's kind of more stimulus on the mind. Yeah. Cool. So we've all done Kundalini before as well, and I'd want you. I'll wait till Emmy comes back. It's a really nice one. I've done it all this week. This Kriya, and it's a heart opening as well as for our third eye chakra as well. So not only it plays in both the heart and your third eye, and it makes you kind of think with your heart as well. That's what kind of it's coming out with. Okay, so right, I'm going to put you all on mute so we'll get no background noise. And I want you to all come into a nice seated position. Is that me? Let me just check. That's not me. Cool. You'll see me okay, yeah? Right, so as we always start in Kundalini, let's come into a seated position. Placing your hands on your thighs, sitting up straight. Kind of a little bit of a neck lock where your neck is parallel with the floor. Closing down your eyes and rolling your eyes internally up to your third eye point. As I mentioned, this is all about the sixth chakra, and the colour here is like a purple colour. This is our intuition, our wisdom, our sixth sense. I just want you to sit here, be present in the moment, forget about everything that's happened today, this week. It's Mental Health Awareness Week, so let's concentrate on your own mind, bring it back to the present moment. The theme is all about kindness, so this is a good hour to take that self-care and kindness for you. And we always start with rubbing our hands together and stimulate the nervous system and place it at the heart center, feeling that energy. And we take some inhale and exhales together before we chant and tune in with Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow down to the infinite wisdom. And take an inhale together. And exhale. Take another big inhale. Really fill the belly. All the way up to the collarbone. And exhale. Inhale to chant. Om Namo Gurudeva Namo. Om Namo Gurudeva Namo. Om Namo Gurudeva Namo. Now take an inhale. Squeeze the root lock, hold the breath, and set your intention for the class. Maybe come back to that situation as well that you want to see from a different perspective. Just keep the breath, hold, pull the Mula Bandha in the lower belly, and exhale. Just bring your hands down. I'm going to do some nice long deep breathing, setting off in that meditative state. Staying where you are, and just we're breathing in as we did before, breathing into the belly. Really fill up the rib cage out to the side, all the way up to your collarbone, and exhale. I want you to do it at your own pace. But making sure your inhales and your exhales are the same length. Keeping the eyes closed. Long, deep breathing from your belly. Yoga is all about awareness, even with movement. So yoga can be in your everyday life, from going for a walk, cooking. But this is a great tool just to sit with your breath, be aware of your breath. And if thoughts start to arise, bring your thoughts, let them pass like clouds, and bring your attention back to the breath. Everything's a lot more powerful when we live in the now. Now take an inhale together. Just squeeze the root lock, pull the tummy back to the spine, hold the breath for a few seconds, and exhale. If you want to start the playlist, if you've got that, that's okay. Let's start that now. And we're just going to stay in this position. We're just going to do some neck rolls to warm up. So drop one side of your head down to the shoulder, doesn't matter which side. And drop it back or forward, whichever way you're going. Exhaling as you come forward. Inhaling as you go back. Breathing into those tight areas. And slowly come to a neutral spine. Take an inhale here. And exhale, drop to the opposite shoulder and roll in the opposite direction. One side might be stiffer. Send your breath to those tight areas. Be present with any kind of emotions that come up or any feelings. Acknowledge them. Kundalini does bring up a lot of different emotions in the body as they get trapped throughout our fascia, they become stagnant as well for our body. So just be really mindful. Again, slowly bring it back to this neutral spine. Take an inhale here, keeping the eyes closed. Squeeze the root lock, hold the breath, pull the belly in. And exhale. Just letting that rest, keeping the eyes closed. And the last little warm up we're going to do is shoulder shrugs. So again, do a seated down. I'm just going to lift our shoulders up to our ears with an inhale. Exhale down, keeping your hands on your thighs. And you get into like a little rhythm. And go at your own pace, your own breath. We always carry a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders. This is a great way to relieve. I think I woke up the other morning with a really stiff neck. I did this for about 3 minutes and it really helped to loosen it. So. Not quite breath of fire in this, but it's a kind of a really powerful breath. Kind of let go of all the weight on your shoulders as you're dropping everything, dropping the weight down. Now take an inhale, hold your shoulders up by your ears and kind of squeeze everything, tense your fists in your face. Hold the belly, pull the belly in, squeeze the root lock. Hold all that tension in and exhale, drop it down. Hopefully you can feel like a little bit lighter in that section already. Nice long deep breaths there. As you know, we pause in between each posture just to allow the magic to happen and to really feel into the body. Now we're going to start the Kriya, the heart of gold. I'll show you on this side. This is quite a tough move actually. I find it quite hard because I've got tight hips. But we're going to put our fingers into a Venus lock, which is a bit like the Charlie's Angels. Pow. So women left over right, men right over left. We're going to be pointing, but we're going to do it from behind. So we've got our hands behind in Venus lock. Let's try and stretch and open up your collarbone. And then we're going to be resting down forward. I probably should have said maybe you've got a block or something before, but I don't think my head can touch the block anyway. So just go where you can. We're going forward as far as you can. If you want to keep on sitting up, that's fine. But and then we're just going to long, deep breathe here. Okay, so we're sat in this pose. Long, deep breathing from your belly. That's great. Can be quite uncomfortable. This is quite, even though it's quite challenging, I want you to use the breath and take it away to help you through this posture. You're bowing down here to your infinite potential. And this really helps to open up our third eye. You open up the blood flow through your collarbone as well. So bring it back to the breath. It's quite a difficult pose, so just try and use the breath to breathe through it. We've not got long here, just another 30 seconds. Long, deep breathing. You can do it. Now hold the pose where you are. We take an inhale. Squeeze the root lock, hold the breath, pull the belly in. Keep holding the pose. Perfect it if you can. And exhale. Well done. Slowly bring the head back up. You might feel like a little bit dizzy, so breathe. Now come in, again, seated position. We're going to wrap our right hand underneath our left, and I'll show you on this side again. And placing our hands on our shoulders as if you're going to, well, we are going to give ourselves a massive hug. But we're kind of leaning forward a little bit into this. And again, we're going to be long, deep breathing here. I'm just going to start slowly, put your eyes, close down your eyes. With a slight lean forward. And really give yourself a massive hug here. Like I said, it's Mental Health Awareness Week, all about kindness. We often put ourselves at the bottom of the list before everybody else, so give yourself a well-deserved hug. I want you to close down your eyes. You're focusing in on your mid-brow point and that purple 6th chakra. Bringing your awareness back to your breath, making sure your inhales are as long as and deep as your exhales. Breathing into your belly. It's been quite hard, especially when we can't really hug that many people. So this is a really nice way to maybe visualize hugging your friends and your family. Hopefully that day will come soon. This pose helps to neutralize our space throughout our aura. As we all know, we've got an aura that probably sits around, and magnetic field that sits around our body, like probably about up to a few meters in front of us. And the more that we practice working ourselves, we extend that magnetic field, we extend our aura. We've got 30 more seconds here, sending that love to ourselves. Long, deep breathing, visualizing, hugging your friends and family. Now we take an inhale together. And squeeze the root lock, hold the breath in. Just keeping that vibration inside our body, that healing energy. Keep holding the breath. And exhale, bring your hands down. Take some nice long deep breaths with your eyes closed. Again, still seated. If you need to uncross and cross your legs and swap your legs over, that's fine. Whatever's comfortable for you. Like I say, it's we're going to be sitting down throughout the whole of this prayer anyway, so let's get comfy. So our next pose, we're going to be holding out our everything that we do about the heart is we always extend our arms. So we're going to be holding our hands in a straight line and about 10 inches apart, shoulder width apart. And we're going to be just long, deep breathing into this space. And you'll start to feel kind of a push and pull between your palms. And as I mentioned, this is called Heart of Gold. So maybe envision like a nice gold light that you're playing with here. In between your hands, you're creating this energy, this loving energy. Maybe feel some heat in your palms as well. This exercise really allows us to open up our heart space. Breathe long and deep into the belly. We're over halfway. Keep going. Long and deep. Sometimes if you do need to have a little rest, that's fine, but try and use the breath to push through. It's not often we hold ourselves in a still position for long. So use the mind, use the breath. In the last 30 seconds. Breathing long and deep. Now take an inhale. Squeeze the root lock, hold the breath in, pull the belly back to the spine. Keep that space. And exhale to bring the hands down. Maybe shrug the shoulders. As I mentioned, whatever we do with the heart is normally an extension of our arms as well. So now for our kind of next pose, we're just going to be kind of rubbing our palms together. So it's not like full hands, it's just like moving the hands in like a circular motion, like this. Still sit in a seated position. Closing down the eyes. We're opening up our extension from our heart space into our hands. So it's kind of like we're transferring the energy that we've just been building in our heart, and we're transferring that into our hands. So we're kind of playing around with our like magnetic field here. I want you to close down your eyes and just breathe long and deep into your belly, creating some nice warm energy here. Get really hot as well, mine do anyway. Now take an inhale, keep the hands at heart center. Hold, squeeze, and exhale. I want you to come straight into, we're putting our left hand, it's your left hand, I know I'm probably on a mirror, just out to the side and keeping the right one in the center. And we sit and we meditate in this space. So your arms are not out to the front, they're kind of more towards your body. So your right hand is in your center, just off your center, and your left hand is just off to the side. And we sit here and feel the energy that we've just created between our two hands. Come back to your long, deep breathing from your belly. Breathing into your space, into your heart space. Maybe visualizing the color gold. Kind of feeling that magnetic energy, even though they are a little bit further apart. The heat from your hands. The magic that we can just create by rubbing our hands together as well. So I'm feeling into that there is something outside the body. Be accessible to that kind of the ether that surrounds us. We're all energy. Feel the energy that you've created. How powerful you are. Tap into that energy. Let's call it unconditional love, and feel it, accept it into your being as well. Smile into that area that you've created. Whatever comes up, no judgment. Come back to the breath. Breath is long and deep. On the last 30 seconds. Now take an inhale. Hold the pose. Squeeze the root lock. Hold the breath in. And exhale. Bring your hands down. Just keep in that meditative state. Move your body however it needs to move. Now we're going into, I don't think I've done this one with any of you yet, the Ego Eradicator, which is one of Kundalini's most famous moves. So we're going to be raising our, what they're called, arms up. And what we do with our fingers is kind of bend them back towards our palm. We're not kind of scrunching them in. You're holding them back like this with your thumbs out to the side. So it's kind of like a bit of kind of stuck to the bottom of your finger pads. And we're going to have the first half, it comes in two halves, this section. The first half is long, deep breathing, and the second half is breath of fire. So if you're comfortable with breath of fire, let's place our hands on our tummies, and it's breathing in, and then exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, kind of twice to 1 second with the inhale and exhale. So you kind of pump in the stomach as you inhale and exhale quickly. It's a continuous breath. Okay. All right. So the first half, let's start this anyway. First half, we're coming up, bringing our hands up. Your eyes are closed. Your thumbs are pointing upwards. Your fingers are touching your pads. And your shoulders about 60 degrees, and long, deep breathing here. Focus your eyes up to your third eye point. And as the name suggests, we're trying to eradicate our ego here. Because we're in a difficult pose, that kind of mind, your ego will say, this isn't right. Bring your hands down, it hurts. But we use the breath to go through that pain, unless you do have a shoulder injury, then be careful. But go through it, and there is a bliss, I promise. Again, just extending our heart here and our aura. Breathe deep, using the breath. Making sure your shoulders are at 60 degrees as well. Now we're going to move into breath of fire. Sometimes I find it easier when you're in breath of fire to really help you propel through the kind of uncomfortableness. Keep with it, you're doing amazing. Use the breath. We've got 1 more minute to go. You're doing great. Keep with it. Really help to push that breath around the body, cleansing your body, cleansing your blood, keeping your hands up. Now take an inhale in. Hold your thumbs above your head, make sure they touch, and expand your fingers above your head. Take an inhale, squeeze, hold the root lock, pull the belly in, keep holding, stretching, and exhale, bring the hands down. Good job. It's a tough one. Closing your eyes, long deep breathing. Maybe grab a drink. Now we're going to come back into rubbing our palms together like we did before, that heart center. Inhaling, exhaling, creating that heat. Closing down your eyes. Maybe speed it up for the last 30 seconds of this, just to create and generate that heat, because we're going to be using this heat in our last pose as well. So, Claire, you want to sit on the end of the bed or something? That might be easier. Or whatever you're sure. Okay, we're going to go straight direct into our last move. So placing your left hand under your kind of the heart center and your right hand above. We're going to be sat here, just kind of cupping this ball of energy. Just going to start the timer. I want you to close down your eyes. Long, deep breathe into this ball, golden ball of energy. Maybe envisage we're holding an orb and it's wrapping all the radiant gold energy all around your body. Visualize it coming out of your heart. It's a bright gold energy. Breathe long and deep. Maybe it's shooting out gold lights around the room. Maybe visualize your friends and family that it's blessing them all with this amazing gold energy that you created direct from your heart. It's going out to everyone that you know, to everyone in the universe, to Mother Earth. We all need the healing right now. Smile into the golden light you've created. That shows how powerful we are with how much energy we can create outside of our body. Just bring your awareness back to your breath. If thoughts arise, just concentrate on that gold. We can expand it in all directions. This gold energy is your infinite potential, your radiance, your power that you've created. Now we take an inhale in. Hold your ball of energy and then place your hands onto your chest, kind of pushing it back into your heart, squeezing the root lock, holding the breath. And exhale, bringing the hands down. Breathe deep. And now we come into relaxation, into Shavasana. So lie down on your backs. If you put on a hallelujah, if you've got the Spotify list, that's the last, I think it's the last track on that playlist, and just take some nice long deep breaths and lie on your back, let your body soak up the Kriya, and I'll bring you around shortly. Slowly bring the awareness back to your breath. Take some nice, long, deep inhales. Really fill your belly. And exhale. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And get some small movement, waking up the body. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. Maybe a stretch overhead. Breathe into the left side. And then breathe over to the right side. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug and rock from side to side. And then staying where you are, just bring some life back in. Rub your hands together and the soles of your feet. Stimulating our nervous system. Before we bring our knees back into our chest and roll up to your seated position, keeping your eyes closed. And we'll close the practice with a sat nam. I am truth. Truth is my name. Before we do that, I want you to come back to that place that you set at the beginning of the class. And do you see it from now from a different angle as well? No judgment if there isn't, but hopefully you found some space to acknowledge a different situation. I invite you just to rub our hands together and place them at heart center. And we take an inhale together. And exhale. And then inhale to chant. Sa. Nam. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Now take an inhale and bring your hands up to your third eye. And exhale, bring your hands down to the ground, grounding yourself and thanking yourself for the practice. How do I unmute? And then unmute yourselves, because I can't do it on here. Hi. Thank you. That was it.
It was really nice.
Good. Yeah. Chill. Thank you.
Very slow one, and it makes you kind of go in a lot more, and you can really start to feel the energy as well. Could you feel it?
I think so. Yeah, I'd say so.
Especially like after you rub your palms together.
Yes,
One I could.
what I needed. Thank you.
Sat now, everyone. Hope you have a nice lovely evening.
You
Right
too.
now.
Weekend.
Ciao,
See you later.
fellas.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.